Hello everyone, I'm Kubra, pre-sales engineer at Centreon, and today I'd like to talk to you about one of my favorite features, business activity monitoring, or simply BAM. This is where you'll ask me, well, what is it? BAM simply connects your IT monitoring to your business outcomes. It helps you answer questions like, when something goes wrong in my IT, how exactly does it affect my business? We'll take a few minutes to see how BAM exactly works and how easy it is to build inside Centreon Infra Monitoring. Let's dive in. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine a hard drive fills up and suddenly your billing system starts lagging. Or maybe a faulty LAN interface disconnects an entire branch office from your main data center. Sure, traditional IT monitoring tells you something's wrong, but not what it means for the business. That's where BAM comes in. It gives you a clear business view of your infrastructure. Instead of hundreds of metrics and alerts, you see exactly which business services are impacted and how critical situation is. It's not just about uptime anymore, it's about keeping your business running. So what exactly is BAM? You might think of it as a way to translate the technical word into something business teams can understand. You group technical elements like servers, switches, databases into what we call business activities, and each activity will represent a real business process like the billing, the CRM, online orders, and whatever matters most to your organization. For each of these, Centreon automatically calculates availability and performance indicator, which are your business KPIs. And this means your management teams get the same visibility as IT, but in a language that actually makes sense to them. And what's the best thing about BAM is that it's completely flexible. You can design your own views by location, by department, or by the technical layer, whatever makes sense for your business. So now let's take a look at some real business views so you can picture how it all comes together. I'll start with a retail example. This is the Infield supermarket. So here each business activity represents a store location inside Belgium and France, like Brussels, Namur, Mons, etc. Each location has its own indicators. We have the local network health, and the payment terminals availability. So here, if something goes wrong in one branch, say the payment system in Brussels, for example, management can immediately see where's the issue and how critical it is for operations. They don't need to call IT. This impact tree already tells the story. If I switch to another example, which will be closer to home, for example, the AVV demo platform monitoring, you'll see that here we organize everything by environment. You can see that we have the pre-production on one side, our simulator environment, our cloud integration environment, and the production platform. Inside the production platform, we group business activities by server type. So we have the central server, the map server for graphical views, and the MBI one for the reporting. So if I open the central server, you see we monitor several layers, the system information, but also some application components, being the application processes running on this server. So when something fails in production, we can instantly tell if it's just a minor issue or if it's something that could impact a live demo. What's even better is that you can go further and create a cross-functional view. For example, imagine you have a customer experience view that combines several business activities, let's say network performance, web frontends, API, even synthetic transaction from the digital experience monitoring tool. And this tool can be Centreon DEM. It will help you have a 360-degree perspective from the user's browser all the way down to the database. And that's the real strength of BAM. It adapts to your organization. You can mirror the way your teams are structured or the way your services are delivered, whether you are in IT operations are a service owner or even a business director, you'll be looking at the same data, but with the level of detail that makes sense for you. So when someone asks, is our e-commerce site okay today? You don't have to dig through logs or dozens of alerts. You can just at a glance say, oh yeah, it's green. Or no, there's a database issue, but we are already on it. And that's the power of BAM. It turned complex IT data into simple business picture. All right. Let's now take a simple example and build an impact tree together. Imagine we are managing a company called ACME. In my example, this company has multiple branches across Europe. So let's take the Paris office as an example. You can see here that Paris office has multiple sublevels. There is one billing application with two subnodes, the billing application server and the billing DB. Inside this application server and the databases, we can see that there is the redundancy between two instances. And there is another node, which is Paris switches, the network component, with multiple interfaces being monitored. Our goal in this video will be building that tree together. And you have to think of it as a pyramid. We'll start from the bottom and go to the top. Let's jump in. Step 1 will be then defining the billing application, since the billing DB has already been created. So for this, from the configuration business activity menu, I'm going to add a new one. As we seen together, this one's called billing application. Can give it a quick description, being ACME Inc. billing application server, and select the indicators. So if you remember the image that was just before, it is made of two parts. Just to make it simple for me, I'm going to search my components by name. And since these two parts are redundant, I'm going to take the ping of each one of them. Okay, like this. So I've selected these two indicators, and I'm going to use the best status calculation method. So since these two parts, as I said, are redundant, we can use a best status indicator, which means as long as one server is up, the business impact will be minimal. Before saving, let's not forget to add this business activity into the all BAs business view so that we are able to see it. And then we save. As I said, the billing DB node has already been created following the same logic. So the step 2 will be grouping billing app and billing DB business activities into a single one. Let's create it, calling it Paris billing. A description will be ACME Inc. billing system. And inside indicators this time, I choose billing app and billing DB. Here they are. So this time I'll use a word status indicator because either component have the same impact. Which means if either of one of these components fails, the billing process is affected, where status is the best adapted one. Do not forget still to add it inside all BAs and save. And that leads us to step 3. So we are going to create the network component now. In my previous image, it was called Paris switch. So I name it the same way. Here I can add a description, ACME Inc. network switches, and select my indicators. Once again, to make it easy, I'm going to search my resources by name. So ACME par switches. And as you can see, here the network switch has about 30 interfaces. So I'm just going to select them all. In this case, I'm going to use a ratio, which is a percentage-based calculation. So let's say if fewer than 90% of these interfaces are up, it will be a warning. And 95 can be the critical ratio. Adding this business activity, to my old BA business view too, and save it. Once that's done, we can add everything into our Paris office business activity. So let's create it. Paris. Oh, I'm seeing that Paris office is already created, so we can use this one to add the 2 news that I'd created inside it. Let's check the current indicators. It already has the ticketing application, the CRM application. Let's take a quick look to my previous image. So now it's missing Paris switch and billing application. So I'm going to quickly add them. Billing application is here, and Paris switch is there too. In this regroupment, I use the ratio calculation method. All my indicators is there. So if more than 70% of my indicators of my business activities are in a warning state, the parent are affected, the parent will be in a warning state, and if it's more than 80%, then the Paris office node will be in a critical state. I can save that. Have a quick look on my different business activities, and here I noticed that I'm missing the main one, which is the very top of my pyramid, the ACME Corp itself. So I can give it a description, ACME Corporation, and select my indicators. This time it will be my different locations. So I can type office. It will make it easier to select the Milan office, Madrid office, and Paris office. And I even have the London one here. Okay. I'm adding this business activity to the old BA business view too, to make it visible for everyone. And the calculation method, here I'm just going to use the impact one so that I explain to you what is it. So the impact calculation method basically enables you to give a dedicated impact on each sub-levels of the business activity. So if one of my offices has a bigger importance in my impact tree, it can have the major impact level, and the less important one will be having a fewer impact level. In my example, all my offices have the same impact, so I'm just going to use ratio to make it simpler. I'm saving the tree that I've built, and now that all activities are ready, we have to put them together into a business view. So for this, I'm going to Configuration, Business Activity, Business Views. Using the same logic, I'm going to create my business view. I'm just calling it ACME. This business view will be linked to the ACME business activity. And also, this is where you can apply viewing permission and choose how to display data, for example, in the business reports that you're going to generate. So if you want the parent sublevels to be shown on the business reports, we can also add each office directly to the business view. So let's select them all. And let's give access to this business view to all Centreon's users. We are going to save, quickly export the configuration of the platform, so we can then access the impact tree we have just created. Okay, now that my configuration is exported, I can go from the monitoring business activity monitoring menu to check the business tree that I've just created. And here it is. I have my 4 different locations and the Paris one that I just created with the different subnodes, ticketing application, CRM application, bill application, and network components. So here we go. BAM is really perfect for directors who just wanted to see how the business is doing right now. They don't need to read logs or check metrics. They can just open this BAM monitoring view, and in a second, they know where to focus. The beauty of BAM is that it brings IT and business together. IT teams get the visibility they need to prioritize elements, and business teams finally understand how IT contributes to performance. Everyone speaks the same language, and decisions get made faster. That's how you move from reactive monitoring to strategic monitoring. And that's how it is for this quick introduction of Centreon BAM. Thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like to see a live demo of business application monitoring or explore your own use cases, feel free to contact your Centreon sales representative. We'll be happy to help you go further. You can also check out our other videos on our YouTube channel. They cover everything from infrastructure monitoring to dashboard and automation. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.